No one in Cavite goes near Barangay Lunche anymore. It's not on maps. It's not in records. And if you ask anyone, they'll just look past you and say nothing. But criminals always think they're smarter than curses. So, when an old man in a back alley, Sabangan, told them about a Spanish-era mansion deep in Luncheon, untouched since the war, rumored to hold golden relics and heirlooms from the church, they jumped at it. They arrived at midnight. The air was thick, the trees dead. The gate opened on its own, dragging across the soil like a scream. The house stood waiting, tall, black, wrong. Not abandoned, preserved, like a corpse dressed up for a wake. Inside, the silence was suffocating. No dust, no cobwebs, just cold, freezing cold, as if the house bled winter. The floors were perfectly clean. The crosses on the wall were upside down. In the living room sat a table set for 5, untouched, rotting, food still steaming. Then they heard weeping. It came from the basement. They should have left, but greed is louder than fear. So they descended into the dark, their flashlights flickering like dying breath. At the bottom was a narrow corridor, walls covered in claw marks and dried blood, leading to a small stone chamber. There it sat. A coffin, twice the size of a normal one. Black wood, bound in chains that moved slightly, like something inside was breathing. Symbols carved deep into the lid, ancient, writhing. It hummed. Low, hungry. Paul whispered, "We're not supposed to see this." Too late. Jace touched the lid. It opened itself. There was no body inside, just darkness. A void, pitch black, deeper than sight. Not empty, alive. A hand reached out. It wasn't a hand. It was a limb covered in mouths. Some whispered prayers, some screamed, some cried like children. The thing pulled itself out, not fast, not slow, like it had all the time in the world. It had no face, just stretched skin where a face should be. Its body moved like broken glass, bending, cracking, Jace ran. The hallway was gone. Paul screamed as the thing opened one of its mouths and sucked the sound out of him. He clutched his throat as blood leaked from his ears and eyes. Then he vanished, pulled backward into the coffin, folded like paper. Elmer tried to shut the lid, but the chains had melted. The coffin was no longer an object. It was a mouth, a door, a god. One must remain, it whispered from every wall. One must stay. One must watch. 3 days later, the house appeared again in satellite photos, though it hadn't been there before. Police found Elmer, alone at the dining table. Skin pale, face blank, mouth sewn shut with rosary beads. In front of him, the meal was fresh. The other 2? Never found. But late at night, in the woods of Cavite, some say you can hear them. Banging, screaming, from underground, from beneath the coffin. And if you ever find yourself on a trail that wasn't there before, leading into fog that doesn't feel like fog, you'll know. The house is awake, and it's hungry again.